My name is Frances of Elevate My Joy, and this is the first full week of November and officially the 2-month mark that I've been a per diem nurse. So I am going to share a little bit about some of my likes and dislikes so far with my per diem nurse life. And I'm also going to talk to you about a big breakthrough that I had with finding my next career path. So, a little recap of what I've discussed so far in previous videos. I have covered my background in nursing and what has kind of pushed me over the edge to want to leave the nursing profession. And I've also talked about why I don't think I'm right for nursing anymore, why it's not right for me. And I've also dove a little bit into my per diem life so far as a nurse because I am doing a gentle transition out of my nursing career because I don't really know what I want to do because all I know is nursing, and that's all I've done for 8+ years. So with that said, where I'm at in my per diem life right now, I am 2 months in, and I wanted to share with you some of my likes and my dislikes so far. So my like list is much longer than my dislike list, but here we go. So some of my likes, I really like not having to go to the hospital as much. I live about 45 minutes away, and the hospital no longer brings me joy, and it's not a place that, I typically enjoy going anymore because I am feeling a little detached from my nursing career. So I do still work at on a oncology and inpatient hospice floor currently as a per diem nurse, and I do have to go to the hospital for that. So that's one of my likes, is not having to go to work as much. I am loving not having to work weekends and holidays. I feel good in this position as a per diem nurse because I have the opportunity to actually help my coworkers either cover a shift for them, make a switch during the week, because my week is much more flexible. Right now I'm balancing starting a new online teacher's assistant job, which does consume more of my time on certain days of the week. So I'm trying to avoid working on those days because I'm just trying to protect my energy and my sleep, because I do still work primarily night shifts. So there's a few days of the week that are really ideal for me to pick up shifts at the hospital. So if I can help a coworker in covering one of those shifts during those days, it's a great feeling to know that I'm being helpful. And next is it's giving me lots of time to pursue my other interests and things that I like more than nursing. So I am really, really grateful for having that extra time to explore and take classes that I might not be able to if I had to work certain days of the week. So I am so grateful for that time that I have as a per diem nurse. And my dislikes, I am 2 months in and I still have not signed up for health insurance, and it does make me cringe a little bit. And also, don't tell my mom that. It has taken a little bit of time to get the official paperwork sent from my work or whatever company is in charge of doing the health insurance, because I need proof that I no longer have a benefited position in order for me to submit it to the company in Connecticut to enroll in the free market health insurance. So also I really it's kind of like a fear, like I'm not really comfortable with talking about what health insurance I need. It doesn't really interest me, though I know it's something that I need. So I'm not really making it a priority on my list. I am making calls to make sure that that paperwork is being sent, and there was a bit of a delay, which was kind of annoying. So it's something I need to continue to pursue. But a little tip: with my previous health insurance plan, when I did have a benefited position at the hospital, I actually had signed up for a health, whatever plan came along with a healthcare savings spending account, whatever it's called, an HSA. And in all my years of working, I have never had that like little debit card, but I've been contributing money to it over the past like almost a year. So what I'm learning is all that money is mine. So if anything pops up, I can use that card as kind of like a backup to pay for my medical payments, so it doesn't have to come out of my pocket. So that's kind of been like a little surprise blessing that I kind of forgot I even have it, because I don't have, knock on wood, I'm very grateful that I don't have that many medical payments, but that has kind of covered me a little bit with a few expenses with like medications and such. So I'm loving having that card now. So that is a beautiful positive thing about that. And then the second thing I dislike about being a per diem nurse right now is that I am no longer making a steady flow of like regular expected income that I'm used to getting, or that we're used to getting as a full-time or part-time nurse, when you're used to seeing X amount of dollars direct deposited into your checking account bi-weekly. And it is a little nerve-wracking not having that safety net there, and knowing that I need to like go out of my way to pick up shifts in order to get paid. So it's all, those two things are like fear-based. And I know what I mean by that is like, I'm just afraid of that money piece not being there. Like, I don't feel safe if I don't have a certain amount of money flowing into my bank account, or I don't feel safe if I don't have health insurance, because we've been, it's been drilled into our heads that, you get a job, you get benefits, you get health insurance, and you'll be good. So I'm going through a little bit of a time where, those pieces aren't there for me. And it doesn't mean that I'm not safe or I wouldn't be okay if an emergency came up. I do have a good amount of savings saved up anyways in case of an emergency. So I am grateful that I was good at saving throughout my last like 8+ years of being like a full and part-time nurse. So I do have that little cushion there. So I know I will be okay, and it's just a temporary thing, and those things will change in the next couple months, and then I'll be better. Or I'll feel better. So those are my likes and dislikes about per diem nursing right now, and that's 2 months in. And it's just my way of transitioning out of my nursing career until I find out what else I want to do. So with that said, my major breakthrough that I had finding my next career path was letting go of this internal battle that I've had with me against nursing. And it's a battle I have felt since I kind of declared back in February that I wasn't sure if I wanted to be a nurse anymore. And it's this feeling of betrayal for having worked so hard, studying to become a nurse, working full-time as a nurse, missing out on family functions for years, missing out on having to work weekends, having to work holidays, making those sacrifices, and never having felt fulfilled in my job as a bedside nurse. So I felt this betrayal and resentment towards nursing for it not providing me that fulfillment. Meanwhile, I was suffering in my personal life, and I was not happy. So this internal battle of me versus nursing has been going on for a while, and I am realizing that I need to let that go. It's not about me being a nurse versus me not being a nurse. There's that like I'm not a nurse, I'm a nurse going on in my head, like on this battlefield. And it's not about which side I decide, it's kind of about coming into my own identity again. And it's a fear of not knowing what my identity is. We have the blessing and a curse of having this very noble career title, professional title, that speaks volumes to other people, that we are a good person, we are so trusted. And when you lose that like beautiful title, and it's kind of like I'm ready to strip it away, like who am I when I am not that, when I don't have that title, and when I'm not a nurse anymore. So it's more about finding out what my identity is. And it's not about deciding to be a nurse. It's not about deciding not to be a nurse. It's about looking within and rediscovering my identity. What do I want to do? What do I like to do? And each day is a new day. Like, I changed my mind. I don't want to be a nurse anymore. But where does that leave me? What is next for me? I can change my mind. It's okay. I can decide not to do something, decide to do something totally different, and it's okay. Nursing is no longer in the forefront of my mind. I have many other things that I'm interested in outside of the nursing profession. And for now, I'm fine working one day a week as a nurse during this transition. And in giving myself that space, not working as much, pursuing other interests, I've actually allowed myself to come up with like some ideas on things that I would want to do. And with that said, I actually have come up with something that I'm interested in pursuing that is not in the medical field, that is not nursing, and it's been on my heart for a few weeks now. So I have sent out a few emails, haven't gotten replies to a few different organizations / facilities, and now that I'm still thinking about it and still coming up as something I still want to do, I'm going to plan, an afternoon in the next week or so to actually place phone calls and call these places and try to make some connections and see if I can make that happen for me, because it's still on my heart. I'm still thinking it might be something I like to do, so I'd like to find out, because action breeds clarity, and I won't know unless I try. So with all that said, those are my likes and dislikes of my per diem life so far, 2 months in, and then this breakthrough that I had with pursuing my career and just giving my next career and giving giving myself the space to actually put nursing aside. And it's not about me being a nurse, it's not about me not being a nurse, it's about actually just taking those things out of the equation and who am I, what do I want to do, what will bring me joy, where is the place that I want to work, what is an environment I want to work in, what skills do I have that are of value that I could get paid for. And at one point I was like, what skills do I have if I'm not a nurse? But I have a ton of skills from being a nurse and all that goes in with that. So I'm rediscovering and regaining some confidence in myself and my skill set, and I'm excited to go out and see what I can find for myself. So that is all for now, and I will keep you updated on how things go.